Hello, Mindset Recovery friends. This is Roberto. I am continuing on my latest project of kind of transferring my recovery blog that I started many years ago, chronicling my progress. And I am just going to read from my blog. So this was recorded. Um, let's see, when was it? On June 27th, 2011. It is entitled Invisible Sun. I remember a story my dad told me a long time ago about an eagle. He said there was a large piece of ice floating down a river. The eagle was flying over and noticed a dead animal on the ice. He decided to land on the ice and get some lunch. As he floated along, peacefully moving, enjoying his meal, he heard the sound of a waterfall in the distance. The eagle wasn't too concerned because he knew that the falls were a good ways downriver. And because he could fly, he knew he would be able to escape going over the falls by simply flying away before the ice went crashing over. So along he floated, enjoying his feast. When he was almost satisfied, the falls came into view. Though he was now dangerously close to doom, his confidence in his ability to escape danger moved him to continue eating right up until the ice was about to plummet over the falls. At the last moment, he decided to fly away from the imminent danger, only to find his feet had frozen to the ice. Unable to free himself over the falls, he went to his untimely death. That, my dad said, is a picture of sin. We think we will be able to free ourselves when we've eaten our fill. However, we become trapped and meet our demise as a result. Today, I find myself in my own prison. I feel especially foolish because I've been here before many times. It's a slippery slope and a slow decline over time. Eventually, I look up and see how far I've fallen. Last week was my birthday. I look back now and see that I was sliding down the slope before that, but as an addict, any excuse to party is a good one, and birthday is as good a reason as any. So I accelerated the decline last week, rationalizing it would be the last week before reeling myself in. So I fell back into some old destructive patterns. I realized I haven't been in the Word for over a month or more. My church attendance has been peaked. My prayer life has declined. I've been listening to Christian music now, and I find myself wondering where God went. I am crying out to him to come and rescue me. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been listening to Christian music, and now I find myself wondering where God went. I am crying out to him to come and rescue me from my iceberg. When I am in the Word and listening to godly music, I often wake up with a song or Bible verse going through my head. Today, woke up with a police song going through it. I didn't make the connection right away until after I got to the lyric, there has to be an invisible sun that gives its heat to everyone. There has to be an invisible sun that gives us hope when the hope is gone. God will use what you give him. I guess that's the only thing I've listened to lately that applies. But I know my invisible son, S-O-N, and he is my hope. He will swoop down and catch me before I plummet to destruction, but he loves me enough to let me make bad decisions. Sometimes I wish he wouldn't. So much pain could be avoided if he would just usurp my will. But God is ever the gentleman, never forcing his will on me, and ever patient, always welcoming me back into the fold when I've had enough. So, like I said in the last post, that was 2011. It was prior to my stroke. One of the reasons that I had so much self pity when I had my stroke is because clearly, evidenced by things like this, I saw the freight train coming down the track, as my stepdad used to say, which I always hated when he said, but now that I'm older, it applies. I saw the freight train. I didn't get out of the way. It hit me when I had a stroke in 2019. Almost died. Thank God I didn't die. Led me to finally start to work recovery the way it was designed to work and work the 12 steps. working in a Christ-centered 12-step program called Celebrate Recovery. But NA and AA spiritual programs, in my opinion, based on the New Testament Beatitudes of Christ. CR, Celebrate Recovery, just they give biblical comparisons to the steps, the biblical principles that led to the spiritual principles in the other two programs, in my opinion. So, like I said, my name is Roberto. If you have any questions about this blog post or are interested in ordering the book Beloved, which is what this blog post was based on, contact me. If you put a comment in this chat, I probably won't see it. But if you send me an email at my personal email address, you put mindset recovery or anything, addiction, something of that nature in the subject line, I'll be happy to get back to you with any questions about recovery, any non-monetary resources to get clean, sober, saved. My email address is piaster67@hotmail.com. That's P as in Paul, IAS as in Sam, T as in tornado, ER67@hotmail.com. And I will be happy to reach back out to you if you would like for me to. So this has been Roberto. I'm signing off. If nobody told you they loved you today, I love you. I'm rooting for you. And I'd be willing to help in any way I can other than giving money, because I clearly don't have finances to do that. But keep fighting the good fight. Have a great day.